Chicago, people are going to Baltimore. Lions fans travel.
Let's
and at
go.
some points, they Honolulu blew out the stadium.
At the
right?
stop sign,
And then
turn right.
You add the fact that they get to the NFC title game. And then you get the draft. And I think Lions fans and people that came, but mostly Detroit people, I think they took it personally. I do. Maybe this sounds ridiculous, but I think Detroit wanted to impress the world and the country so bad, and they did. I was on the
In
air
2
on
miles, keep left to merge onto M5 west toward
I was on the
Lansing.
show for Buffalo Wild Wings, and I was at the draft stage area at like 3 o'clock in the afternoon, and I was dumb enough to go on the air and say, hey dude, if you drive down right now, you might be able to get into that stage area. 20 minutes later, we got the notification from the One app that it was sold out. They shut it down. No more people allowed. Now, I have no idea how long it took for those 275,000 people to exit after Thursday, but I'm sure it was worth it. And then Friday, they did it again. And Saturday, they didn't quite do it again. However, there were a ton of people down there as well. So, more than anything, and we'll talk about the draft and what you like and what you don't like, and now are the Lions legitimately a Super Bowl team?
This could be the spot right
We'll
up
get
there.
into all that.
Yep.
But my God, we crushed it. We annihilated it. It was unbelievable.
Oh, yeah.
Looking at the coverage, whether it's reading outlets, whether it's watching TV, looking on YouTube, everybody came away pretty damn impressed.
How many hours?
And that's awesome.
Let's see how many hours we've gotten for the week.
I'm proud. Listen, I'm not one of these guys that claims that, like, you know, I got my city pride and my state pride. But
11 hours
if you're a
and
Detroiter, if you're a
45 minutes.
Michigander, I don't know, man.
Awesome.
It's hard not to at least take a moment and say, that kicked ass. We kicked ass. We killed it. I said done. I get this ticket text. Jeff Matthews has the same mysterious illness as Nylander. Oh, by the way, Nylander came back and then ripped on Mitch Marner because Marner was throwing stuff like a baby. God, I love that team sucking. All right,
I think Nylander had migraines, I think, right? I think that's what I saw.
I don't know. I just know two guys that you pay like damn near $8 and $10 million a season. Both were not available when you needed them the most. Oh, it's delicious. It's just so delicious.
And they keep running those same 4 core over and over every year, staple new pieces around them, and it's the same result every year.
Maybe they should be called the Sore Core or the Bore Core. I don't know. Anyway, 248-539-9797. The ticket text, the exact same number. If you want to hit on your experience, I'll gladly take those calls because I am really interested to find out the intricacies of what you experienced over the weekend. So that's out there. But we also got to talk about the draft because I thought Brad Holmes did a hell of a job. I thought he filled needs with what he thought were the best players available, specifically the corners. And then I thought on Saturday was the real big controversy. I was on the air on Saturday after Caputo and Ryan. Damn it, do I have Mark's drop? I wish I did. I wish Mike showed me where it was. I actually have Mike's. Can you turn on Mike's board, would you mind?
Use that bonus code.
No, it's not that one.
That's me. Hey, I'm the Black Host.
In
No,
1
it's not that
mile,
one either.
keep left to merge onto M5 west toward
Definitely not that
Lansing.
one. I will look for his drop. Anyway, I went on after Caputo and Mark, and the Lions just traded up to get the big offensive tackle Manu from British Columbia. And at the time, I don't think anybody realized what they spent, a third-round pick for next year, which is pretty, that's hefty. That's a decent price for a guy that ESPN did not have on their draft profile. It was funny because ESPN didn't even know Giovanni Manu existed. And then once he got drafted, they quickly built the draft profile. And then if you look at his draft profile, even right now, like if you go to the draft tracker, and maybe they fixed it, I don't know. But if you click on Giovanni Manu, you see a gray silhouette. It's not a real person. It's like they don't know what he looks like. Nobody knew who this guy was, with the exception of NFL teams. He had 11 people visit his pro day. And he was not allowed or, for whatever reason, did not show up for the combine. But if he did, he would have had the fastest 40 time at the
Use the
combine.
left 2 lanes to keep left to merge onto M5
So
west.
overall, I dug the pick because I now trust Brad
In about
Holmes
4.5
after
miles,
years.
keep right onto
And
M5
I
west.
like the fact that he understood that this offensive line is not going to be together forever. You're going to lose Ragnow sooner rather than later. Taylor Decker's in the last year of his deal. You got to believe they say goodbye to him. That's a 10-year vet. You don't pay Penei Sewell what you paid him if you don't expect him to be your left tackle. So he moves over to left. If maybe Manu spends a year with Hank Fraley, the O-line coach, and everybody else there trying to get this guy up to speed, he's well worth a third-round pick for next year. If he turns out to be your right tackle for the next 4 to 5 to 6 to 7 years, dare I say. I have no idea if they'll work out. And yeah, there's risk involved because this is not a big-time prospect, because he played his football in British Columbia. With that being said, I dug it. I did. Because I kind of feel that Holmes understands that if he didn't take him, somebody else would. And for all the people, the biggest gripe from people on Saturday was, you could have got this guy in the 6th round. You could have got him in the 7th round. He could have been Mr. Irrelevant. I mean, you don't know. You don't know that. I think you can bitch about position. I think you can bitch about the player. Complain about whatever you want, but I don't complain about a guy potentially being there later than anybody thinks. Because you don't know. All it takes is one team to jump in. And by Brad Holmes' account, he woke up and he said, listen, I like these two guys. He talked to Campbell. Campbell said, sweet, let's go get him. And they did. I got no issue with it. None at all. But I understand you might. And then, of course, he spent the 4th round pick to get a kid from Utah that's extremely talented and can play safety. He can play running back. And I thought it was interesting because Brad Holmes said, hey, when we had him in for the visit, he talked to our offensive coaches. He's going to play running back. He's going to play special teams. Like, I do think there comes a time when you build a team so well, and I think they built this team so well, that you start thinking about the future, which I think Manu is the future. And I also you start thinking about, like, the positions that others might consider a luxury. Like special
In
teams.
2 miles, keep right onto M5 West.
So 248-539-9797, the ticket text, the exact same number if you would like to give us a call. What'd you think of the draft? Are they legitimately a Super Bowl contender in your mind? That's number 1. Number 2, what's the one pick you like the least? And what's the one pick you're sure of the most? We'll get your calls. Phone lines are filling up. 248-539-9797, the ticket text, the exact same number. Also, if you got draft experiences, I mean, hit me up. I thought it was awesome. Again, I am not like I'm proud to be a Detroiter, I'm proud to be a Michigander type guy. I probably should do more of that in my life. You know, I don't have a bumper sticker that says the lakes and the golf courses. I probably should get one. But even a guy like me, who many think is dead inside, I was super impressed by what I saw over the weekend. When Big Gretsch came on the stage, I'll admit this to you, and announced the attendance record, I don't know, I kind of got chills. Does that mean we soft? That means I'm too emotional? I don't know. 97 the ticket.
97 the ticket.
You know a spot, but not just a spot.
Use the 2nd lane from right to keep right onto M5 West.
Frontier, you know a bunch of them. But the key to these great spots, being able
Keep
to reach
right,
them in the
then
first
keep
place.
left to merge onto
Your
M5.
spot is out there. Find your frontier
Use the left
in
lane to keep
2023
left to merge onto
Nissan
M5.
with standard 310 horsepower, advanced tech, and 281 pound-feet of torque.
If you've ever spilled grass seed on your lawn and accidentally created the world's largest bird feeder, then you know that lawn care isn't easy. If it were, everyone would do it, as well as TruGreen does it. Our science-driven expertise ensures your custom, nutrient-rich treatment works to deliver a greener,
Not
healthier
96.
lawn. And it's all
Getting
backed
at
by the
96.
TruGreen guarantee. Go to TruGreen.com.
In 5.7 miles, at the roundabout, take the 2nd exit onto Martin Parkway.
TruGreen. TruGreen. Live life outside. Instacart shopper thoughts.
How do they know exactly when this milk will expire? Does a milk sommelier take a sip and just like, no? Am I knocking on this melon to check its freshness or because I want to play the bongos? A little of both. Does bagging groceries teach you patience? Yes. Planning? Yep. How to build a cereal box fortress? You have no idea.
Download the Instacart app and we'll overthink shopping for you.
With Secret Outlast, you can go for a jog and smell like you didn't. With Secret Outlast, you can go for a jog in the middle of August and smell like you didn't. With Secret Outlast, you can go for a jog in the middle of August and accidentally finish first in a fun run. We have a new winner! And smell like you didn't. With Secret Outlast, you can do anything life throws your way and smell like you didn't. Secret provides 72-hour odor protection. Available in sticks or sprays. Secret works.
It's time to move up to a Cadillac by Harvey. With special APR financing on most new 2024 models for well-qualified buyers via Cadillac Financial. Terms, conditions apply. Ends 4/30/24. Visit HarveyCadillac.com.
Ew, gotta get rid of this old Backstreet Boys t-shirt.
Tell me why.
Because it stinks, boys.
Tell me why.
I've washed it so many times, but the odor won't come out.
Tell me why.
No, you tell me why I can't get rid of this odor.
Have you tried Downy Rinse and Refresh? It doesn't just cover up odors, it helps remove them.
Wow, it worked, guys.
Yeah.
Downy Rinse and Refresh removes more odor in one wash than the leading value detergent in 3 washes. Find it wherever you buy laundry products.
Hey, Gladys, is it true that recycling helps humans cut down on their carbon footprint?
It is! Recycling, instead of throwing items away, can cut your carbon footprint in half.
Wow!
Resulting in less usage of natural resources.
But it's just humans, right? I have 4 feet. I don't want to lose half of them.
Don't worry, Frank. It's not that kind of footprint. When Michiganders recycle, we all benefit. Learn more about the benefits of recycling at recyclingraccoons.org.
Hey, Rob Bradford here. I have set out on a mission with my good friends at FanDuel to prove what I have known for some time. Baseball isn't boring. Now I have a daily podcast to prove it with some of the most notable people in the baseball world, screaming baseball isn't boring from the mountaintops, or at least agreeing to come on our show. Players, managers, GMs, and yes, even the commissioner of baseball, Rob Manfred. It has been a constant wave of baseball's most powerful voices. So join the revolution. Subscribe and soak in Baseball Isn't Boring. Listen on your Odyssey app or wherever you get your podcasts. You'll be glad you did.
No one's more locked into the NFL than First and Pod.
This feeling, and it was referenced on the broadcast, it is Michael Jordan. Being down double digits again and not panicking, seeing him run onto the field, and it not even being a question, he's calm. Maybe they won't get it done or whatever, but like, he's not shook by the moment. It's not even a question.
Subscribe to First and Pod on the Odyssey app or wherever you get your podcasts.
You're never completely ready to adopt a team.
In 2 miles, at the roundabout, take the second exit onto Martin Parkway.
Music taste.
For dinners, where they talk more on their phone than with you.
For the first time, they call you Mom.
You're never completely ready to adopt a teen, and you can't imagine the reward.
To learn more about adopting a teen, visit adoptuskids.org.
Brought to you by the U.S. Department of Health and Human Services, Adopt U.S. Kids, and the Ad Council.
Helmet to helmet contact. Legal here.
97.1 the ticket.
All right. It's Wojo and Rieger. Woj back on Wednesday, and there's no Tiger game today. Double dip tomorrow starting at 3:40. Right now we're talking about the draft, 248-539-9797. What pick are you certain will work out? What pick are you worried about the most? And is this legit a Super Bowl ready team now? That's out there. Also, draft experiences. This is probably the last day we talk about that, right? Give me your thoughts about how it went downtown. Like, I'm looking at this ticket text. It says Gretchen had nothing to do with the turnout. Typical politician trying to take advantage of a situation they had zero to do with. I mean, she just announced it. I didn't say it was because of her. It was because of you. But yeah, I got chills when she announced it because I think it's cool. I think the attendance record is sweet. I think it's a big deal. Maybe I'm stupid about this, but when I see that Dallas had 200,000 fans show up to the draft, you know,
at the roundabout, right? Take the second exit onto Martin Parkway.
775,000. Like, we kicked their ass. Makes me feel good.
Well, also the Lions might have asked her to.
Well, that's fine too, yes. I got no problem. I mean, take politics out of it. My goodness, come on, who cares? Does everything got to be about politics? Oh, yes. Loved when Big Gretch got booed. Classic Detroit. Did she get booed? I guess I didn't realize that.
I don't know. I didn't have the volume.
My goodness. I feel I've missed a lot about
At the roundabout, take the second exit onto Martin Parkway.
I was on the air a lot during it, whether it be at B-Dubs or on Saturday here in the studio. Here's one more for you, then we'll go to the phones. How about this one? Everyone was impressed except the two idiots from Chicago who said we had no infrastructure. Oh, that's right.
In half a mile, at the roundabout, take the second exit onto Martin Parkway.
It's very nice, and the people are very nice, but they're failing at the draft because the infrastructure blows. Now, the only complaints I heard, if you're doing complaints, I heard that there might not have been enough porta potties, which are there ever going to be? I heard that the selection of food maybe wasn't plentiful enough. And I heard that it took a long time to get out of the staging area after the actual draft on both Thursday and Friday night, which, what do you expect? There's 300,000 people jammed in.
At the roundabout, take the second exit onto Martin Parkway.
So I don't think those complaints are bad. I mean, you get damn near 750,000 people downtown. I mean, there's going to be some complaints, I guess. All right, let's go to Cameron. You're on the ticket. Hey, Cameron, how are you, bud?
Hello, Rigger. Thank you for having me.
Hey, thanks for calling. What's going on?
Yeah, just want to talk about the draft. I went down there with my girlfriend and my buddy, and I was very surprised, quite frankly. Traffic was smooth. I mean, it was like a slightly busy game day. You know, Pistons, Tigers, something
At the
like
roundabout, take the second exit onto Martin Road.
We got there right around the time when they just announced that the draft was closed, and initially myself, you know, girlfriend, buddy, we were all kind of like bummed out, like, oh, you know, we went all this way for nothing, you know. But then I realized, like, hey, you know, let's go downtown. I heard there's a lot going on and such, so that's what we did. And you know, again, I was a little nervous seeing all the swarms of people leaving.
At the next light, turn right.
Got down to the heart of it. You've seen all the fans, crowd, the energy. It was amazing. Everything was great.
Cameron, how close you get?
I mean, I got up to the barrier.
Oh, okay.
Closest I could get. I mean, we went like right downtown. I don't know, like the entrances. I mean, we went to like a side entrance, and then we went down.
At the light, turn right onto Richardson Road, then turn left onto Union Lake Road.
Maybe like a main entrance, it looked like. And there was just blocks of people. Got some food down there. You know, was able to use the restroom. You know, it was great, honestly.
Good.
The one thing that stands out to me, though, talking to like friends and family that didn't go, you know, coworkers and such, their reactions like, oh no, there's no way, I'm good. No, I'm good. I seen the crowds.
No, Cameron. I mean, listen, it's not for everybody, and I appreciate the call, man. I do, but like, it's not for everybody.
At the light, turn left onto Union Lake
You don't
Road.
want to be that close to that many people. I totally get it. I gotta believe it was much more younger than older. Is that fair? I don't know. It's not for everybody. But the people that wanted to go down there, it was an overwhelming success. Place looked great. Killed the attendance record. There were no issues. There was no crime. Like, all in all, I think we did a great job. Am I allowed to say we? Am I part of this? I don't know. I'm going to say we. If Gretchen Whitmer can announce the record, then I can say we. I've been saying
In about 2 miles, turn left onto Flagstaff Street.
I was born in Detroit. Does that matter? At a hospital that no longer exists. So, I think we could say we. I can say we. So, give me your thoughts about your experiences downtown, but more than anything, give me your thoughts about the draft. We got a lot of people lined up that want to talk about what the Lions did. What'd you love the most? What aren't you the most sure about? And is this now legitimately a Super Bowl contending team in your mind? Are enough holes filled that you should be Super Bowl favorites? The favorite to come out of the NFC. 248-539-9797. The ticket text, the exact same number. People online, on the hold rather, do want to talk about what happened Saturday. You good with your GM giving away future draft picks? You gave away a third for next year and a fourth for next year to get two guys that might not help right away. You might need those picks, some will say. Especially because you're going to start paying people. Which means you're going to have to replenish this team because unfortunately, eventually, you're going to have to say goodbye to people. So aren't those draft picks more important, or what you did? Is that more important? Hit it from any angle you want. We'll come back. We'll hit the calls. 97.1 The Ticket.
97.1 You know a spot, but not just a spot. The spot. Actually, with the 2023 Nissan Frontier, you know a bunch of them. But the key to these great spots? Being able to reach them in the first place. Your spot is out there. Find your Frontier in the 2023 Nissan Frontier with standard 310 horsepower, advanced tech, and 281 pound-feet of torque.
If your lawn looks more like a desert than an oasis, then you know that lawn care isn't easy. If it were, everyone would do it, as well as TruGreen does it. In just 3 easy steps, TruGreen's online tools help customize a treatment plan for you, and it's all backed by the TruGreen guarantee. Go to TruGreen.com today to start your 3 easy steps and save 50% off your first application. It's time to trust your experts at TruGreen. Live life outside.
Hey everyone, Boomer Esiason here. The NFL draft is behind us and your favorite team is now gearing up for week number 1. The free Odyssey app puts you right in the middle of the pro football conversation with the biggest sports radio stations from across the country. The local voices who know your team the best, giving you their unfiltered takes on the current state of your squad. It's always football season right here.
In 1 mile, turn left onto Flagstaff Street.
No one's more locked into the NFL than First and Pod.
This feeling, and it was referenced on the broadcast, it is Michael Jordan. Being down double digits again and not panicking, seeing him run onto the field, and it not even being a question, he's calm. Maybe they won't get it done or whatever, but like, he's not shook by the moment. It's not even a question.
Subscribe to First and Pod on the Odyssey app or wherever you get your podcasts.
The 2024 Lexus RX, crafted for those who refuse to settle. Available 4.99% APR financing on select styles. Harvey can help you master whatever road you travel with this luxury SUV. Ask for a custom quote. APR offer up to 48 months to very well-qualified buyers via LFS. Terms, conditions apply. Ends 4/30/24. See HarveyLexusGrandRapids.com/specials for details.
When you use Bounce dryer sheets and your clothes look amazing, it's the sheets. Less static in your life? Yeah, it's the sheet. Smelling fresher than ever? It's the sheet. Oh, so soft fabric?
Turn left onto Flagstaff Street.
It's the sheet. Less wrinkles on your clothes? You know it's the sheet. Bounce dryer sheets. More freshness, more softness. Less static, less wrinkles.
In a 1/4 mile, turn right onto Lagoon Avenue.
Bradford here. I have set out on a mission with my good friends at FanDuel to prove what I have known for some time. Baseball isn't boring. Now I have a daily podcast to prove it with some of the most notable people in the baseball world, screaming baseball isn't boring from the mountaintops, or at least agreeing to come on our show. Players, managers, GMs, and yes, even the Commissioner of Baseball, Rob Manfred. It has been a constant flame of baseball's most powerful voices. So join the revolution, subscribe, and soak in Baseball Isn't Boring. Listen on your Odyssey app or wherever you get your podcast. You'll be glad you did.
Where I'm gonna shake.
97.1 The Ticket would like to remind.
Turn right onto Lagoon Avenue. Then the destination is on your right. The destination is on your right, 8353 Lagoon Avenue. Arrived.
That's the spot right here.
And I'm gonna do slow motion.